Okay, hello everyone. Just want to say welcome back. Several weeks ago, I introduced to you guys the Search Institute, which it's an organization that helps families and institutions and schools to have a healthy adult-child relationship, and that allows children to have and grow into healthy adult relationships. And so they have came out with a series called Strengthening Family Relationships, and I introduced that the last time a little bit. And so they have 5 different elements that they talk about that involve keeping and strengthening family relationships. And especially in this pandemic, we need things that help us stay focused on positive elements and developing healthy relationships. And so, one way we can do this is and grow through relationships is by expressing care to each other. That is, we show up for each other. We really listen and pay attention to each other. We have fun together, and the crisis that we're living through right now with the COVID pandemic is stressful. In times of stress, it can be especially important for us to do these things. So we're going to focus on some of the ways we have or could express care for each other. And so some of the actions that we can do is we can be dependable. What do we mean by that? Is that we can be someone that I can trust. We can listen. We really pay attention when we're together. Do you believe in each other? Where we make each other feel that we're valued, that our time is well spent. We can be warm for each other, making our homes feel a place of warmth. Where you enjoy being around each other. You enjoy being with me. And then another thing we can do, another action is encouragement. How do we offer praise, for my efforts and the achievements that we've done? And so, and this can also be conversations that you can have with each other. The conversations are, in what meaningful ways do you express care for your family, your culture, and your tradition? What 5 areas of expressing care are most comfortable for you? Which are the most challenging? So those ways of being dependable, listening, the believing in each other, being warm and encouraging. How has expressing care changed you as you were a kid and growing up? How have you adjusted? How do you let your kids know you've adjusted? What ways are you maintaining warmth and dependability and interest when your kids do the things that you really don't enjoy doing, or even that you disapprove of? And so those are some conversation starters for this. And one activity that you guys can do as a family to kind of get this starting this conversation, is you can grab a sheet of paper, and on there you can either draw a small picture of the person, and then at the top of it you can write, I can depend on blank, the person's name, to do, and then you pass the sheet around and have each family member write or draw 2 or 3 things that they can count on the other person doing that they really like. These things can be serious, they can be funny things. So, for example, like what I would put on my sheet of paper is like my future fiance. is what I can count on her to do is she can help me look at things from another perspective. Hey, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And not always being one-sided about things. The other thing, like, she does a great job for me is that she helps me be grounded in that not being one-sided, but also to remember to have fun. That it's okay to relax, that you don't have to be serious all the time. For example, like some of the things that we've done is like when we've had dinner together is that, let's just play a playlist of music and just listen to the music, and then we kind of do like a battle of music, like not a battle, but like, hey, what's your next favorite song? So that's one thing that we do. Another thing that you guys can do is brainstorm at least 5 or 6 times when your family was together in the past week, and write each time on a separate piece of paper, then talk together about how much everyone felt like the others they were being listened to. And then you can rate it as a score from 1 to 10. 1, they weren't being heard at all, and 10, that it was a great conversation. So those are just some things that we can do for this expressing care. And again, like, my fiance expressing care for her is that I will put aside sometimes my own desire to make sure to get my point across, to actually listen to what she is trying to say. And sometimes, even as difficult it can be, is I try to ask her questions of, did I hear you correctly? Or this is what I heard. Is that correct? But then again, we also remember to have fun together of that, like I mentioned with the music. So hopefully this is helpful for everyone. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks with expressing the next element.